Hello everyone, my namaskar to one and all. I am Ravi Valdia and today I shall be giving you tips for the video you shall be making for the Golden Eye Chef competition. I shall be talking about how can you make your videos better, or what are the common mistakes, or what are the basic problems that we face while making the videos, and how we can fix our mistakes that we do while creating a video. So let's talk about it. So the first thing is, when you will be shooting your video, how should you hold your camera? The most basic problem that we encounter is we are accustomed to hold our camera like this. What happens is we hold our camera vertically as we are used to clicking our selfies. So this is also called portrait mode. See, this is actually not a problem to shoot a video in a portrait mode. But what actually happens is whenever you try seeing a video from your laptop or a computer, it is shown vertically. So for better viewing experience in computer, it is important that we shoot the video horizontally, not vertically. So the phone must be in the landscape mode. So when you shoot like this, the video will cover the whole screen in your laptop. So when you will see the video in YouTube or Facebook or in any other application using your computer, the video will look better. The video will appear horizontally. So this is the first step. You need to remember that you need to hold your camera like this, which is in landscape mode, not in the portrait mode. The second tip we need to remember is when you hold your camera in landscape mode, you need to make sure the camera is not tilted. What happens is this will cause our horizon line to be little tilted. See this line, the bottom line of the camera, this is the horizon line, and this should be straight. So what I mean is this should be parallel to the ground. This will make sure the video footage looks much better. See, I'll show you right now. The camera which is facing me, the camera which is towards me, what if it is not straight? If I tilt it a little, how does the footage look? See, this doesn't look professional, right? So what I'll do now is I'll tilt it to the other side. Even now footage doesn't look good. It looks bad. So what we need to take care of is horizon line must be straight. So how can you ensure that the horizon line is straight? So just check the lines in the background. In these walls, the tables, and then in the different objects which are in the background, just make sure the camera horizon line should be parallel to these lines. Now another important thing is when your friend or any of your family members are shooting you while you are cooking, make sure camera should be right in front of you. Like you can see the camera shooting me is right in front of my eyes. If the camera is little above or little below, it can cause distortion. So please tell your friends or your family members to sit right in front of you while shooting. They should not be standing and shooting you while you are sitting, or the other way around, like you are standing and they are shooting you while sitting. So what this will cause is this will cause the video to look little awkward. So I'll give you the display for that right now. So what I was telling you is the camera should be right in front of you, not below and not even above your eyes level. So you need to make sure camera is right in front of you so that you get the right footage. See, there is another tip with respect to the framing, and that is you need to keep your frame cleaner, or you need to remove clutter from your frame. So see, the clutter is anything which is there in your frame but that is actually not needed, or the thing which is making your frame look little bad. So for an example, look at this frame. See, right now this frame is clean, but now what if I keep this tissue box or the other objects in the frame? So see, these things are really unwanted. While I am shooting a video for telling you what to do, these things are actually not needed in the frame. So these things are the clutter. So now if I remove these unwanted things from the frame, if I remove these clutter from the images, you see this frame looks much cleaner. So like this, we need to remove clutter from our frame. So now I'll give you another example of how you can remove the clutter from your cooking videos. Like while you'll be shooting, what all objects can cause as clutter in your video. So say for an example, I want to shoot a video of the ingredients or the spices that I'm going to use. Or say for an example, there is a fruit also which is needed. But now see how many unwanted things are there in this frame. What is this paper doing here? See, there is this mouse, there is this pen. What are these things doing here? So we'll remove all of these. So all these things are clutter. See, our focus should be on the ingredients which we are going to use in our food. So we would remove all the clutter, all the unwanted things from our frame. So now you see my frame. Now my frame consists only those things which are actually needed to me for my video. And I'll arrange it in a better way now. See, now you can see there is no unwanted thing in my frame. So all the objects that we removed from the frame, like the mouse pad, the mouse, the pen, and all those things which are not needed, those are actually clutter. And we need to ensure that we remove clutter from our frame. And there is another way of removing clutter, that we need to shoot a subject or we need to shoot our objects from a closer distance. Now just imagine if I shoot the same frame from a distance, you can see so many things which are acting as clutter are present in the frame. And I get closer to the subject to get a better frame. So while you are preparing your stuff in the kitchen, make sure you remove all the unwanted things from the frame which are not actually needed and can distract the viewer from the video. Another thing which is really important while shooting the video is the lighting. Now as you're seeing, camera is towards me, my face is receiving the light from the front side. So like this, whenever you are shooting something, the light on your subject should be proper. Or for an example, like when you're cooking, you are the main subject, so light on you must be proper. Or when you're shooting your ingredients or the other stuff that you're using for cooking, so at that time the light on your ingredients on the different objects must be proper. Another thing you need to make sure is when the camera is on your face, light should be coming from the front, not from the back side. So I'll show you an example right now. So if I remove this curtain from the back side, you'll see so much of light has started to come from the back side. And suddenly you see the light, the composition of the frame has gone, is slightly weird, right? So in all such situations, you always block the light which is coming from the behind, or make sure you are standing in such a way that you are facing the light directly. Similarly, the light on your ingredients must also be in a proper way. So just imagine if I switch off the light right now, what will happen? See, so the moment I switched off the light, you can see the difference right here in the frame. And the moment I switch on the light, the ingredients start looking in a proper way. So in all such situations, make sure that either you are using natural light, like you are standing close to the window, or you are allowing natural light from the window, or if there is no natural light, make sure you are taking help of the LED lights or the bulbs or the tube lights present in the room or in the kitchen. So we talked about how we can frame a subject, we talked about how we should hold our camera, but despite all these, there is one more thing which can cause the video to be absolutely bad, and that is focusing. So one very important thing is your focus of your camera should be on that particular subject. So like in this case, the camera which is pointing to me, if the focus of the camera is not on my face and it is on the something which is on the background, my face will be getting little blurred. So we must ensure that the focus of our camera should be on the right place. So if you're shooting from your mobile phone, the question could be how to set focus on your mobile phone. So see, whichever thing you are going to shoot or whatever is your prime subject, just touch on that subject. The moment you touch on your mobile screen on that subject becomes at the focus. So now see, suppose you are taking a video of this orange. So right now the focus is on the orange. So what if I touch the place where there is this cupboard, So the moment I touch this cupboard, the focus becomes at the cupboard. So what happens is my orange or my main subject becomes little blurry. So for this, our focus should always be on the right place. If I touch this orange right now, the focus comes back to the main subject, and you can see now the background is little blurry. So this is really important, that our focus should always be on the main subject. While learning this, you might also be wondering, like in my camera, there are multiple settings to shoot a video. Like there might be different options like shooting a video in HD, which is 720 pixel, or there could be an option for shooting a video in 4K or shooting a video in 1080 pixel. There will also be different options for the FPS. So you must be wondering, which setting should I go for while shooting my video? See, these days you must have heard that, or there are different 4K options in your camera, and the 4K produces the best quality. But all the mobile phones or the TVs at the homes and all these screens are not really 4K. So if you actually shoot the video in 4K but you are not watching it in 4K, so what will happen? The size of the video will be really huge, and this will cause a long time for uploading the video in your computer, or also take a huge bandwidth of your internet while uploading it. So for this, you can keep the size of the video little smaller. You really don't need to shoot in 4K. So the most optimum thing which is there in your phone is actually HD, which is 720 pixel. And in case your camera doesn't have the HD option or 720 pixel option, then you can also shoot your video in the Ultra HD, which is 1080. And then you can also see there could be an option for frames per second or FPS in your phone. There could be different frames per second, 24, 30, 60, 120. So which one to choose there? So for that, you choose an FPS value of 24 or 30. This will make sure your final file is not actually too heavy. So the frames per second which are like 60 or 120 are actually used for slow motion, and you don't need that right now. So what I'll actually recommend you is, you should shoot at 720 pixel at 24 frames per second or 30 frames per second, or otherwise 1080p at 24 fps or 30 fps. Other than these settings, there is one more important thing in the video, and that is sound. One important thing is, while you are narrating something or when you are speaking something, you need to speak in louder voice. And second thing you need to take care of is, there shouldn't be loud noises in the background around you. See, like you must be shooting in your house during daytime, so it is natural that there will be some noises from the background, there will be people chatting. You can't prevent this. But one thing you can ensure is, there are not very loud noises. And another thing you need to take care of is, you should not be sitting close to some electronic things like a TV, refrigerator, AC, or all these things, because these things also create noises. And all this electronic noise will also be captured by your camera, and it can really make your sound quality go worse. So these are the tips that you should really be careful about while making your video. And my best wishes to all of you for this competition. So I'm really hoping that we get to receive some great videos from your side of your cooking. And apart from this, if you have any doubt regarding the video things, or any doubt regarding how you should do it, or regarding any technical things related to video, please write to us. We are happy to help you. Thank you so much, and my best wishes to you again.